And we're back with another day of 7 days to die. Day 44. Um, Starting a little late this morning because we had a crash last night. I didn't just want to, figure we extend it a little bit, so hopefully we're in when we get one tonight. But building the base, we've got almost 5 stacks, almost 5,000 concrete. So I think we're in pretty good shape to get this going. I've debated. The first thing I want to do is get some corner blocks down just for structural integrity's sake. And I've debated going with ramps on the corners just so it's not so blocky looking for aesthetics. Or those rounded concrete corners. But I'm kind of concerned that something could get caught in here and not come around, and I don't want them to dig in. I think it might be better just to have a regular full block there, since we've never tried this design before. Maybe on one later when I do one in cobblestone first, I'll try it and if this works, we may do it again sometime, and we'll do it in cobblestone and see how it works with the ramps. But I think with this one, as much as I hate to do blocks, I think that's what we're gonna do. So, well, I don't hate it, but I'd kind of rather do something a little more interesting looking, so it doesn't look so completely blocky. But I think just for safety, we're gonna go with that. Do I have my steel on me? I do. I'm gonna go stash that. So as to not accidentally upgrade something, which I assuredly will do at some point if I keep it on me. Yeah, because the wedge tips will be here on this block, and then up here we'll have, like, on the inside will be poles going the rest of the way up. And I'm kind of concerned if there's a flat surface, they may try to, they might get stuck there. So this way they'll come and they'll glance off of this and then work their way to the part that I can get to them at. Now, the first order of business. Am I going to break a leg doing this? Nope. Good. I think this will just be easier from in here. First order of business is to frame this out. We're going to do this floor first. See if I can grab that. Yes, nice. was gonna say we're gonna need more rebar, but I think we're okay. I hope. I really don't want to have to run over there today because, you know, time. Okay, well, let's just keep going around, I guess. Well, let's go get them. Where they beat the hell out of the place. Over here, yo. Little drive by. See if we can get them all out on the street. Little morning excitement while building. Let's see if we can get headshots today. Yeah, like that. Not like that. Hey. Where are the rest of you guys going? Oh. Down here, y'all. Ah, damn it. Over here. Anybody else? Yes, apparently. No, I guess not. Maybe they were probably in that building. Probably in the funeral home. No. There we go. Oh, potato aim. Everybody? Excuse me. Think so. Cool. Little mid-morning excitement to go with some building. Okay, now we gotta figure out. Yeah, well, the first thing I'm gonna do. Alright, well, first thing we should do is just go around this once. probably twice, but we'll do once just to start. Right? Okay. Just trying to visualize. I kind of wanted to have enough room to put, and I do. I kind of want to have an extra block here. I think just one will do it. But basically I was going to put ramps. Like, cause this is our ladder shaft right here. Let's go ahead and put that in. And this will be enclosed on this level. Is that facing the right way? Yes. South, yes. Okay. And I kind of want to put ramps around this so I can back up to get a little elevation to snipe over the scrum through the bars, through the poles. And I kind of wanted to do two. But that really cuts down. Because this is where the barrier is going to be. It's going to be right on the inside corner or inside surface of this. That leaves a space, and then we would be right into ramp. And I don't know if I'm into that. It's a little close. I kind of like to have... I should have made this 17. I debated that the first day. Not about this specifically, but like I thought 17 by 17 was too big. This is 15 by 15. The actual base part, not this outer part. But decisions. And you definitely want at least 3 spaces to come back. I mean, it would be nice to have it not encroach on the face of this too much. Yeah, I'll just do... Here, let's just look. Because we'll be at this level. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough. I mean, sometimes they bunch up a little bit, but not too high. That's enough to kind of like get a little, to get a shot over, like if there's a cop in the back. So, okay. Go ahead and put that in. We're going to do these. Replace that. Now let's do a block all the way around. Okay, now let's see. We need to put in ladder shafts or ladder access to this level because this ladder is not going to be for this. This ladder is going to be going up to what's above it. And I'm not going to try to drop down there. I'm undoubtedly going to break a leg if I go that way. If I do it, I think I'm because I don't know. Maybe that one block won't matter, but. Okay, so I kind of like to be like kind of on the inside with this. Okay. Then we need crates. So we'll mark those. I guess I could go ahead and put a ladder in just to use for access for this while I'm working, but it's really not that big of a deal just to run down here. And that'll give, on most sides, yeah, 3 spaces to back up, and then we're on the ramps. Okay. What's our concrete looking like? Yeah, we're doing okay. Ish. I started to put the ladder accesses against this, like kind of like right here. But I don't know if I were to go, if I were to leave that open, if I were to go down that way, if anything that broke in would try to tunnel through here. So basically we're gonna have hatches here, which kind of cuts in on a space in the bottom, but I'm not really planning on using the bottom for anything other than maybe some storage down there, so it's really not that big of a deal just to have it out here. Although it's going to be kind of a pain in the ass always stepping on a hatch, like, you know, working your way around here. I don't know. I would really kind of prefer to have the hatches up here. I've never known them to beat on ramps, but I think it's just safer to do it that way. Actually, you know what I can do? Since I'm not putting the hatches up there, I can go up one more with ramps. And that'll accomplish the same thing and still get a little... Yeah, let's do that. Let's definitely do that. In fact, I'm not going to worry about this. So Oh yeah, that gives a nice little... Why can I... It's the ramp doing it. It's like, that's so freaking annoying. Okay, well, here, let's do this. Alright, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, good. I just want to get that all evened out, so for visual reference. Let's go one more. Excellent. For the ceiling, actually, let's go ahead and just hammer these. That is right, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. concrete situation. Yeah, we're okay for now. Alright, let's kind of eyeball it. If the ceiling is above us, yeah, that'll give us nice little field of view, or field of fire, I guess maybe is the. Concrete will hold at this distance, but it does funky things when it's drying, because it's like those wet blocks are the same, have the same structural integrity as cobblestone blocks, and I don't think they can go this far. Or if they can maybe, but it's close. So I just don't want to risk it. I'm gonna put a little support under it while we build this out. All right, yeah. Nope. Getting ahead of yourself. getting close, but we got more back at the base, and we're gonna mine some more tonight. So or back at the outpost, I should say. I don't like calling that a base. Time is it? 5 o'clock? Yeah, we're good. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool. Might even be tempted to go with a solid block around here. Or an upside down ramp, maybe. Just to try to be one less thing for Cop Spit to go through. And I'm not going to be shooting because the poles are going to be at the bottom inside corner of these. So there's nothing I'm going to be shooting at up here. Most likely. It'll all be like down this way. Or, you know what I mean? So, I wonder if we can make it around this. We got almost, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we can. Love to get this done tonight so it's dry tomorrow. Just to get it done. Just hit a point of completion. $53. Ah, well, that's great. Looks good. This looks pretty cool, actually. I didn't even think about how this would look visually. I think it looks pretty sweet. Looks good. It's blocky. I'd prefer to have wedges on these corners, but this will definitely. We know this works from Crackpot, Texas, having used it. So, okay. Next thing I want to do, because it's getting towards the end of the day, we need to be heading back. I want to get a count. I already know the answer, but I just want to just do it just to be safe. So we're gonna put like ladders are gonna be right here. Maybe I should do them closer, like to the. It doesn't matter. I can decide that tomorrow. But so I need 6. Yeah. So we gotta make some 50 pillars just to kind of back up the ladder. And this. Just gotta look at it. Yeah, it's cool. I gotta figure out. It's gonna need some kind of spider proofing around the top. And I'd kind of like to leave this flush right here so we can put some lights in on it. But maybe go one block up from that. And then maybe out one with another one. I don't want to do iron bars because they're a pain in the ass to maintain. They're not that strong. I'd rather just put full blocks up there just to be done with it. But I kind of wouldn't mind having it not be too high up so I can snipe from up there if I want to. Which I guess, now that we're not, since the hatches coming up from downstairs are going to be here, I could put a ladder going up here. I'll have to dig that out, but oh well. So, cool. So it's getting there. We got everything done today I wanted to, which is great. I just wanted to get that ground floor stuff done. We got to still obviously put poles and all the the wedge tips and poles in, which will oddly enough add structural integrity all the way around that thing, pretty much, except for like where the doorways are down in the basement. Even though they're not solid blocks, they count as solid blocks. Yeah, you're just gonna have to just chill there, my man. I will deal with you tomorrow. Do a little quick screamer check. No? Corn's already in. We just put this in yesterday. So are the potatoes. That's great. Tomorrow I may, if these are all in, I may swap this out for aloe. I won't do the rest of it though. We got plenty of everything right now as far as food goes. Here, actually, we got a minute. I'm convinced that these things grow like based on your proximity to them, so I'm just gonna kind of just run through here, just eyeball all of the ones that haven't come in yet. I went up to the northern outpost for like 5 days and came back, and the stuff that I had planted down here hadn't grown at all. It all looked like it had just gone in like that day or the day before. Had that happen with trees once before too. Not in this game, but well, it did happen with the trees too that time, but in another game, it was when I first noticed that. You know what? Because we're gonna do some stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and just make 50 of these. Make 100. I forgot to see how many wedges, how many ramps we have. We'll go ahead and make another 100 ramps. I think we're okay on ramps actually. Okay, cool. I need to step away for one moment and I will be right back. Oh, hey, Sweezy J. Hey, sorry if I get focused on what I'm doing and I miss chat sometimes on this little tablet I keep up next to me. How are you doing today? You like my farm, man? I love farming in this game. It's a nice way to just get a jump on stuff and keep it renewing. I've got to hit the gentleman's room real quick, but I'll be right back in a moment. And I'm back. Yeah, it's like one of the first things I try to do. Like if I like my two, obviously on day one, you need a cooking pot, you need some jars, just for basic survival. You need to score some food, like kill a couple of bucks, maybe a couple pigs, whatever, just to get a little food supply and a way to get water. But after that, I consider a very successful day one is a day one where I get a mining helmet and or corn, and I'll even actually take the corn on before I'll take the mining helmet, because if you can get corn in the ground like that first week, and because you get in tilled ground, for every stalk of corn you get, it's unique amongst all the others. You get 3 back per plant. So it multiplies quickly, right? So even if you score like 1 ear of corn out of a trash bag, if you can get that in the ground the first week and just turn it over into seed every chance you get, you can have a full-blown farm, in the first week or two. And then, timely enough, because I was about to eat, you have endless cornbread. You just need jars, basically. But there are ways of getting sand for that, because to make these it requires bottled water, and you don't get the jar back for it. So it's a little heavy on jar consumption, but at a point that's not a big deal. You just get some dig a little sand and make some jars. And then it's handy. It's handy because then hunting becomes optional for good food, not like not a requirement. You know what I'm saying? Because I really like hunting in this game, and the meat foods are absolutely better. But with with the way wildlife respawns, I think it's on the same respawn rate as your loot respawn. You have to go further and further to find animals to kill once you've cleared out the general area you're in. And it can become a huge time sink. I don't know how it works for everybody else. There are people that like only hunt for sustenance, and hats off to them because I don't have the patience for it. I can't tell you the number of times I've gone out like looking to hunt and like killed 2 animals just after looking around for a day. Like it's real dicey. It leaves you up to chance, and then you have to kill the animal. So yeah, if I can get corn, this gives wellness, by the way, and so does goldenrod tea. If I can get corn and goldenrod in the ground, followed right after by potatoes, I'm very, very happy. Yeah, well, are you on PC? Because I'm on console here. We're like, it's you can't like it's not a straight comparison because they don't port the alpha version straight over. They kind of cherry pick features. We are mostly Alpha 15 with a few things here and there from Alpha 16. Still a few things from earlier, but that was all before my time, so I couldn't tell you exactly what. But they rebalanced on PC. They rebalanced the way wood works, basically. Like, well, here, like. I don't really have to run up here to show you this, but I will anyway, because I've been mining forever, and it's just kind of nice to procrastinate. But all but like 2 stacks of that was 1 day of hacking trees that I planted outside. We're on the old wood system. Basically, that's no longer on the current alpha and PC, and that's why like for the forge I still use wood for fuel. I understand on PC it's better to like make stuff to use for fuel. Like I guess like I think frames, people use frames. I think, but yeah. But I mean I would call it a nerf, and I think some people do call it a nerf to the way the wood works, but it's not entirely a nerf because they kind of rebalanced everything. Everything wood related to kind of work with the harvesting less wood at a time, but at the same time it is a nerf to like to having like shit tons of wood basically for using it as fuel, and because I basically just like burn wood like it's nothing. You know what I mean? Like I'll use wood for anything. I'll destroy frames. I don't care. Just because it's just so freaking easy to get wood. So I imagine that will change for us at some point. We also still have the spam crafting system. You notice like I've had, well, it's already day 44, so that's not such a big deal. But I've had purple weapons and tools since like the 3rd week of the game, basically, because that's what I do at night. I spam craft. Now it's tied to a perk system. Your tooled weaponsmithing. Which I imagine that will get nerfed for us at some point also. Yeah, yeah, I would agree with you on that. I have the PC version, um, and I've only screwed around with it, but it's mainly just because, well, I like I got this on Xbox first, and I kind of like it's kind of nice being able to like sink into a good game like this and just sit on the couch, for one thing. But also because I really love 7 Days to Die. I'm approaching 1,000 hours played on console, and I started like end of July, 1st of August of last year. Which, so I'm way past being a newbie. But in the as long as this thing's been in alpha, I think it's been in 4 or 5 years now. I'm definitely not as experienced with the game as a lot of people are, and have not been around for as much of the development of the game as a lot of people have. I imagine after 5 years, you're probably ready for the most advanced stuff you can get your hands on, and because I'm already getting there, after a year. But I miss the early days of the game, So playing on console while we are way not as advanced as on PC. I mean, it goes without saying. I mean, it's just like you could make a list, and the PC experience is probably so much better. I like playing on console currently just because it's like, I never got to play the early versions of the game. So so I've enjoyed this. Now, having said that, we've got some bugs on, like, there's some things that don't work very well on console in general, multiplayer being one of them. Um, and we've got some bugs on Xbox specifically that, for lack of any better way of putting it, just to sum it up, basically can result in your base being deleted. Uh, and it sucks. This is the third full game that I've casted. I did one last fall. It ended in an MD5 error that resulted in basically my entire base getting nuked. And then I did one earlier in the month that I lost part of my base, and it was just it took all my basically, like, I'd spent weeks getting guns together and stuff, and that was all in there. And I probably could have salvaged that game, without too much trouble. The horde base was still there. I would have survived. The farm was still there. You know, all I lost like a dozen forges, a workbench, a chem station, and that all would have been replaceable. But like literally all of my loot, all of my guns, like, went with it. So that's a major problem. I mean, a freaking bug that deletes your base. Plus, there's a lot of content stuff that we're behind on, and I'm kind of feeling like after almost 1,000 hours, I'm starting to. The fat lady's starting to warm up, and I'm starting to get more and more interested in going ahead and moving on to the PC version. I think. I wanted to wait. I wanted to wait till we got the new console patch that's coming this year, and I know there's Alpha 17 is coming for PC. I kind of wanted to wait till after all of that, so I wouldn't have to deal with a bunch of changes, like once I do go to PC. But I don't know, given the bug situation, and I've probably played about 300-400 hours in the last month, something. It's kind of getting time, I think. Yeah, that's cool. Hey there, CDMFM. How you doing? Welcome back to the channel, man. When's the update? I don't know. I think I don't really keep too close of tabs on it because I don't really play PC seriously yet. But I think I saw something on the Reddit the other day where like they're talking about it like an experimental release for it sometime really soon, like next few weeks, next month or so, maybe. You know, don't quote me on that. You'd have to look, but um, and then I imagine you'll probably see the full, Alpha 17 release like in the fall sometime. I would guess is that's the impression I've gotten at least. You know, they haven't said when the console version is coming either. They just sometime this year, which Murphy's Law being what it is, I imagine that we'll probably get our awesome patch like sometime like within a week or two of the new Fallout coming out. Yeah, well, I mean, it's obviously do what you would prefer because it's your time and a lot of time does go into these games, but I don't know it's going to be like anytime real super soon. That's why I've been kind of hesitant to go ahead and move over to PC because I don't know when the update's going to be, and I kind of would just rather just wait. But these crashes and problems with the console version is like wearing thin, especially because I'm streaming and it sucks. Like earlier I was playing a day and usually I get like a handful of people in my channel and it's not like a huge deal. I'm not like seriously streaming like as like I stream because I like hanging out with people and it's like fun talking about the game you're playing and what we're doing right now. Um, but I usually get like a couple what am I doing? Couple handful of viewers. Well, like I had like 10 or 12 viewers earlier, and like clockwork, I get a crash, and I come back and basically had one viewer. It just kind of sucks, like it's just. I mean, just even if I wasn't streaming, playing a game that crashes all the freaking time. I mean, that just sucks. Although I cast out of the Xbox, and I'm starting to suspect I never really have a lot of problems with crashes. If I do regular resets, I don't really have a lot of problems with crashes, and I've never gotten the MD5 bug that's deleted anything when I haven't been casting. And the Twitch app for Xbox that you cast with, or that I'm casting with now, it's a little sluggish. Like it does the job, but it doesn't perform very well, and I'm kind of can't help but wonder if maybe it contributes to the problem some way. Like maybe it's a little bit of a resource hog, and that exacerbates the problems with the game. Well, the one saving grace about the problems with this game and having to restart sometimes is, unlike a lot of games, like, it's a fun game to start, you know? Like, no game is ever exactly the same. And, you know, the early game, you know, kind of has its own little thing to it that's actually really fun, you know, trying to survive and figuring out the world. And I always play random gen, so, you know, there's that. There's the whole, like, discovery of the world and seeing what kind of towns you're going to find or what POIs you're going to get in the town you settle in, you know, just all that kind of stuff. Getting all those little early milestones, like getting your mining helmet and, you know, scoring a good gun for the first time, you know, just stuff like that. It's all really, you know, it's all super fun. So it's not like playing, like, you know, a lot of games, like, you know, like a role-playing game, you know, like, and just, you know, having some problem forcing you to restart 200 hours of gameplay that's going to be exactly the same as the last time you did it, you know? Okay, Sweezy J. Yeah, have a good one, man, and thanks for stopping by. Enjoyed chatting with you. Hey, CDM, did you get a chance to check out that YouTube in my last base? I think we were talking about that, weren't we? Or like yesterday? Yeah, yeah, I got your message. I wasn't sure if that's what you were, if you were talking about that. Well, that's like my favorite base design so far, and like I tried it first on a game that I didn't stream, like when I first came back to the game, like about a month ago. So I just did it twice in pretty short order, and I just didn't have it in me again to do all that digging again and do the exact same thing for a third time, you know, in a month. So that's why I'm doing this one. I decided to kind of do things differently on this game in general, like wait to build a base and do exploring and looting early on, and well, that'll work. I mean, it really, you know, if you take care of certain basic things, you can defend a horde in just about anything. You know, everything. You know, there are advantages and disadvantages to different types of structures for that, but you know, the early ones. You know, it gets dicier with you know, the later hordes, obviously. I still kind of want to do one because I've always built my own bases. That's why this game being holed up in a house is, you know, kind of a departure for me. But I'm still breaking down and building a base because I like can't not build stuff in this game. It's my favorite thing to do, and I want to try this design. I've never tried this design out, but I'm kind of thinking I kind of want to do one where like I just fortify existing structures and just see how that goes. That's pretty cool. That's what makes the game fun, man. Is you can do stuff like that. Just build whatever you want. Yeah, I think we're pretty much there. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, you're right about that. I think on PC there's some mods that add like new tools. You know how like we pretty much have you know the campfire, the workbench, and the chemistry station are about it for us. I think some of the mods add like because they rework like different production and add new items and stuff, and they've got like different like additional tools for stuff, which doesn't really affect what you're talking about. About medical stuff specifically, but we're kind of limited. I mean, really, once you get a workbench and a chemistry station, you're pretty much set. One 20-minute days. I do one 20-minute days and 18-hour daylight, and pretty much everything else is default. I also don't have I have airdrops turned off too. Yeah, I like the longer days. I originally did it when I was learning, you know, just because I guess it's probably a little easier having more time between hordes. And then I just got used to it, and it's like I just find the 60-minute days just to be too fast. It's like you can't, like, once you get anywhere, it's already time to go in. Yeah, you should give it a try if you've never done it. It's great, you know. You can have time to like sink into a project and not always be like, I mean, it still moves even at 120 minutes. Like, you know, like daylight goes pretty quick, you know, when you're like trying to do a lot of stuff. But basically, you know, on 120-minute days, basically a game hour is 5 minutes, and it's just really easy to keep track of. It's like, okay, it's like, so like at 7 p.m., it's like, okay, I've got 15 real-time minutes before I've got to be in, that sort of thing. I'm probably gonna crash here. The game's just glitched like mad. I like have no control.